Hi folks, today we're going to take a look at one of my favorite folders. This is the Boker Subclaw. It's designed by Chad Los Banos, a designer who I have a great deal of respect for. His knives are extremely practically designed, but they also have a very interesting design aesthetic. They look really neat. He has a couple other knives that are this basic design with different blade styles. This is the hawkbill version called the SubClaw, and as you can see, it's a frame lock design. One of the scales is steel, the other is G10. The blade is quite short, it's under 2 inches, and it's very thin. But that's really not a bad thing. This knife is an excellent slicer, and it has an extremely secure grip. This knife really isn't going to go anywhere once you have it solidly in your hand, just from the geometry, if nothing else. Your hand it's really locked in there, and it's also basically covered in jimping all along the spine of the blade and back down the handle here, allowing a wide variety of thumb positions. And then it's also jimped on the back, on the bottom, even a little bit in here where the lock release is. The blade steel is AUS 8, which isn't a fantastic steel, but it's a decent steel, and it will take a wicked sharp edge. So with the geometry and the secureness of the handle, despite being an extremely small blade, this knife has really impressive cutting power. And it's very compact in your pocket, doesn't take up much room at all. This is one of my favorite knives for working with cord. Because it's so small, you can kind of cradle it in one hand, and if you want to do something that could be a little tricky, like cutting just, a half or a quarter inch off the end of a cord, you have to finish a lanyard or a bracelet. Very easy for to do that kind of thing with this knife. Largely because of the hawkbill blade. I really love these for a lot of slicing tasks because they bite aggressively into the work rather than having the work sort of just slide down and off them. And let's do a little demo with some paper here. Oops. And this tip here is really thin and aggressive. Do some fairly startling things with it. Just bites right into things. This is one of the best knives ever for opening packages, in my opinion. And slices paper very nicely. You can do curves and spins with it without it slipping out or starting to tear very much. It has a pocket clip, which is not reversible, unfortunately, though you can swap it between tip up and tip down. And it has a lanyard hole. I added this little loop of paracord here with the cord end on it. This helps a lot with drawing a knife, especially one this small and low profile. When it's clipped into my pocket, I sort of reach in and I wrap my pinky and my ring finger around the loop. I pull it out, I end up with the knife in my hand sort of like this, which is a perfect position to open the blade and then settle your grip down into a using grip. So, as I said, I really like this knife. I think it's a great design. I think it looks cool. It's a very good value for the money. One of these will set you back about $25, I think, and it is completely worth it. It is one of the best values in a small pocket knife I know of, seriously. So, there you go, guys. Hope you like it. That is the Boker Subclaw. Have a nice day now.